Good day, class. Let us start this session with a short prayer. Amen. Thank you po. Please take your seats. Let me check your attendance quickly. Leonard, Eileen, April, Neiljan, Natalie. Great. Everyone is present and ready. Before we begin our discussion, I have a little challenge for you. Here is our first image. We have a parent hugging a child and a light bulb. When we combine these ideas, we get the word correct, sunlight. Next one, we have this game machine and the word ads. So let's try to combine them. The words that we create is correct, clouds. Next picture, a brain without the letter B, a hand throwing something, and the letter S. What does that form? Very good. Our raindrops. Here we have the letter R plus our liver without the letter L that give us the word exactly, river. And lastly, the number 3 and the letter S. We put together, we read correct, trees. Now, what do you notice about the words we form? Yes, all of these things are found in nature. Where do we see sunlight, clouds, and rain? Correct, in the sky and around us every day. So, what happens when there is sunlight and rain? Exactly. The weather changes. Sometimes it becomes cloudy, sometimes it rains. All of these are connected to a very important natural process that makes water travel around the earth. Today, we are going to explore the water cycle and discover how water moves from the land to the sky and back again. Are you excited to learn how it works? Let's begin. Now that we know our topic is the water cycle, I want you to think about a question. Where does water go? Here are picture cards showing different movements of water. I also have clue cards that describe these actions. Your job is to create or to match the pictures to the correct clue. Let's start with this picture. Water is moving upward. Which clue card matches this? Great choice! Yes, the sun looks like it is hitting the water, causing it to move up. Next picture. Clouds are forming in the sky. What could be happening here? Exactly. Water in the air is coming together to make clouds. Last picture. Water is falling back down to earth. What do you think is happening? Yes, it looks like rain. Excellent job, class. You were able to observe how water moves up, gathers to form clouds, and then falls back down as rain. So, what do you think is happening to the water? Do we see these events happening in nature? Exactly. These actions happen again and again. Water keeps traveling in a continuous path. In a few moments, we'll learn the scientific names of these steps and understand how they work together in what we call the water cycle. So keep those observations in your mind because they will help you understand the next part of our lesson. Now that we have seen how water moves in nature, we will go deeper into learning about the water cycle. I will giving you an activity sheet. It includes guide questions about the different processes of the water cycle and why it is important for life on Earth. Please do not write yet. Just wait for my instructions. Before you answer, we will watch two short video clips. This video will show us how water moves through evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and transpiration. While watching the video, observe carefully because the information will help you answer the activity. Very good watching, class. Now, you may begin answering your activity sheet. For part 1, label the diagram with the correct processes of the water cycle. For part 2, answer the reflection questions by writing your ideas in complete sentence. Take your time, think carefully. I will give you a few minutes and then we will check your work together. Alright, let us check your work. Please follow on the screen. For the part 1, for labeling the diagram, the correct labels should be condensation, precipitation, transpiration, and evaporation. Make sure each label is in the correct place in the cycle. For part 2, share your thoughts by answering the following questions. Okay? I will read each item exactly as written. In your own words, why is the water cycle important for humans, animals, and plants? A correct answer should say that the water cycle provides clean water that all living things need to survive. For number 2, how do you think human activities like deforestation and damming rivers affect the balance of the water cycle? Can you give an example? A correct answer should explain that these activities can disturb the water cycle. Example, cutting trees can reduce rainfall and cause drought. For number 3, since only a small portion of Earth's water is fresh and drinkable, what can we do as individuals to help protect and conserve water? A correct answer may include saving water, not wasting water, cleaning environment, and protecting water sources. Excellent job, class! You were able to observe the water cycle and explain why it is important. I am very proud of your effort. Great observation earlier, class. Based on what you have seen, water does not stay in one place. It moves, it changes, it travels. This continuous movement of water around the earth is called the water cycle. This diagram shows how water moves from the land to the sky and back to the land again. Let us carefully follow the arrows. So there are four main processes in the water cycle. Let us discuss each one clearly. The first process is evaporation. When the sun heats up the water from the oceans, lakes, rivers, and even puddles, the water changes into the water vapor. This vapor rises into the air. It changes from liquid to gas. So have you noticed when a wet floor dries, the water did not disappear. It evaporated into the air. So what causes evaporation? Yes, it's the heat from the sun. The second process is condensation. When the water vapor rises high into the sky, it reaches a much cooler area. It cools down and turns back into the tiny water droplets. These droplets come together to form clouds. Just like when you have a cold drink and droplets form on the outside of the glass, that is condensation happening. So condensation happens when water vapor cools down. The third process is precipitation. When the clouds become too heavy with the water droplets, the water falls back to earth. It can come down as the rain or sometimes snow or hail in the colder places. So how does water return to the earth? Yes, through precipitation. The fourth process is transpiration. Plants also help in the water cycle. They release water vapor from tiny openings in their leaves. This adds more water to the air. So which living things also release water vapor into the air? Yes, plants. So class, let us follow the movement of water. Water evaporates because of the sun's heat, forms clouds through condensation, falls back through precipitation, and plants release vapor by transpiration. Then the water returns to bodies of water, and the cycle repeats. This is why we call it a cycle. It does not stop. Every time you see clouds, every time it rains, every time puddles dry up, that is the water cycle working around us. Now that you have learned about the four processes of the water cycle and why it is important, we will deepen your understanding through a group activity. This activity is called Bloom's Water Cycle Taxonomy and includes different tasks that will help you think from simple recall to creative application. But first, I will divide the class into two groups. Each group will receive one organizer. In your group, you will discuss and complete the task in each levels. Work together as a team. Make sure everyone shares an idea and contributes to your answers. I will walk around and assist you if needed. Time is up. Each group will now present their answers to the class. Please choose one representative to share your group's work. Thank you for your presentations. Your answers show a deeper understanding not only on the steps of the water cycle, but also its importance to our environment and daily lives. You did a fantastic job analyzing and applying your knowledge. The water cycle is truly essential to life. To check how well you understood our lesson today, we will have a short quiz. I will give each of you a 1/4 sheet of paper. Write your name at the top and answer the questions independently. You will be given 5 minutes to finish, so do your best and focus on what you learned about the water cycle. Great work, class! Now, let's check your answers together. Please look at the answer key on the screen while I read each item exactly as written on your quiz sheet. Number 1. What process of the water cycle happens when water from oceans, lakes, or rivers turns into vapor because of heat? The correct answer is correct, evaporation. Number 2. Which process happens when water vapor cools and forms clouds? The correct answer is correct, condensation. Number 3. What do we call it when water falls from the sky as rain, snow, or hail? The correct answer is correct, precipitation. Number 4. Plants release water vapor through their leaves. What process is this? Exactly. The correct answer is transpiration. Number 5. Why is the water cycle important in the environment? For this one, your answers may vary as long as you wrote the water cycle provides clean water and the water cycle provides clean or help plants, animals, and humans survive, then your answer is correct. You did very well. I can see that most of you understand the process and importance of the water cycle. Great job, class! To continue applying what you learned today, we will now have a creative group project called My Mini Water Cycle. In your group, you will create a small diorama that shows the four main processes of the water cycle: the evaporation, the condensation, precipitation, and the transpiration. You may use recycled materials, clay, cut-out pictures, or drawings on cardboard. Be as creative as you want. This diorama should clearly show how water moves from the ground to the sky and back to the ground again. This will serve as your group assignment. You will bring your finished diorama tomorrow and each group will present it in front of the class. During presentation, you must explain which part represents evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and transpiration. You must also include a short explanation about why the water cycle is important for living things and the environment. I am excited to see how you will show the water cycle in your own creative way. Do your best and enjoy working as a team. Before we end, let's remember the journey of water. It evaporates, condenses, falls as precipitation, and even plants helps through transpiration. Water keeps traveling in a never-ending cycle. The water cycle shows that nature is always working to keep us alive. That is why we must protect our water and our environment. Thank you for being so active and curious today. I am proud of your efforts. See you next time and keep exploring science. That's all for today, class. Goodbye.